What's going on YouTube? So it's been a while since I've done a video, and the reason is because I switched jobs and I had to focus on that. But I got back into dropshipping probably around July 15th, and we wanted to come up with a mass testing strategy. So I learned that having being able to mass test is key. So being having to drop 120 to $150 a day testing products just was not sustainable. So yeah, you'll see a lot of visitors because we tried many different things, many different countries. We tried targeting like tier 2 countries to see if we were going to convert better. But again, the U.S. is what keeps converting better than everybody. So we've narrowed it down to a solid, top 5. I'm going to say, which is pretty much what's been taught throughout, YouTube. Now, what we have here is our new testing and our new scaling strategy. What you'll see here is our product popped off. Then it calmed down a little bit until we started figuring out what works. And then we popped off for a couple of days. And then lo and behold, we scaled down, and then boom, we ended up dying out because I got shut down by Shopify payments, which is very normal. Tried to move over to Stripe. That got shut down really quick, but we ended up finding a solution, which is a temporary solution until we sign up with a private processor that we're in the midst of doing. So this is a new store that we started in the month of June, and we did our mass testing. We tested 8 products at once, and one of them took off. It stood out like a sore thumb. So today we're going to go over the testing strategy and exactly how we managed to do that. So stay tuned because we're going to move over to Meta. So here we are. We're in Meta right now. This is a dummy account that we have where we're going to be teaching you guys everything and how to set up this campaign. So the idea of this campaign is you're looking for image ads, and you're going to be running them on Meta, and your store needs to look branded. So if you know enough, and if you've been following this channel, we do nothing but men's clothes. You can do women's clothes, men's clothes, doesn't matter. I like to hone in on men's clothes just because it's not as competitive. So here's how you set up your test, okay? And it's very, very simple. You're going to go sales, create account, sales. We're not going to worry about anything else. Manual sales campaign. We're not going to get into Advantage Plus shopping just yet. That is part of the strategy, but that's part of the scaling part of it. And then we're going to come in here. You're going to write, top 5. And then you're going to put, 10 products is what I'd like to ideally test. And then it's going to be at a $10 budget. So we're going to keep it on ABO, and we are going to keep it broad, so it's going to be fairly easy to set up this test. So right now you would write the product. So it would be basically product 1, and then you would put like male, 24 to 50, whatever you want to hone it down to, depending on your product. Sometimes you can leave it broad. Sometimes you can leave it, between 20 and 30. You should know your market before you should know your target audience before you actually go ahead and advertise. Okay. So then we're going to switch it to website, and then conversions. We're going to leave it like that. Here you're going to have your pixel set up, which I don't have a pixel set up on this account. Okay, then you're going to do $10 budget, right? And then you're going to come all the way down here, and you're going to switch your location. And this is where it gets really tricky. So you're going to want to do Canada, which I don't even know why I took it out. You're going to want to do United States. Okay, and then you're going to want to do United Kingdom, obviously. Okay, and then you're going to want to do Australia. This is what we've honed it down to. You're going to want to add Turkey, which I know some of you are thinking, Turkey, really? It doesn't convert. It does convert. It converts very well, okay? You're going to add Mexico, and then we're going to add, I like to add, sometimes I'll add Denmark, Finland, Finland, and Norway. This is not a must, guys. Play around with it. Oh, and Sweden. Okay, but these are high converting countries, guys. And then Germany, I don't bother with, because if your store's not in German, they don't convert, and you get a lot of PayPal through there. So I stay away from it. Netherlands is very saturated, and then I'll add Ireland because I believe that Ireland converts just as well as the UK, but it's too small to target it on its own. You'll end up with ad fatigue and whatnot. The rest of the stuff, you're just going to switch to original, use original audience, and you're going to leave it the way it is. Now here, I'm going to go male, That's what I usually do, and I'll play around with the ages if I want to, but that's about as far as I take it. Then what you're doing is under your ABO, you're going to write add one, and then you have your pages, whatever, right? And then you've set up single campaign. We're going to turn off multi-advertising, and then you're going to go ahead and add your creative. So we're going to add our creative. Let's say this is our creative. This is our image. We're set for life. And then you want to make sure that all those enhancements and all that stuff is off. In here, you're going to want to write your main tagline, which is like basically, you're talking up the product. So, extremely breathable cardigan on sale for early fall. Limited quantity, order yours today. And then down here, I like to give 3 good benefits. So first of all, it's tracked shipping. Second of all, it's 5 to 7 days shipping, which I'll touch on that later on. And then you're going to do 30-day return policy. And then you want your call to action. Click shop now and order yours today. Okay, it's very simple, very easy. Down here, I'm always writing the main benefit. So let's say it's, cotton blend cardigan. Okay, and that's it. Then we're going to come down here. We're going to switch to shop now, and then you plug in your website. And if you have UTMs for Triple Whale, which I highly recommend, you would plug in your UTMs here. And that's about it. Now, once you've set up your ad this way, then what you're doing is you're duplicating, okay, into the original campaign. It wants me to select the beneficiary, sure. And then when you're duplicating, you're coming back here, you're erasing the word copy, and then you're making it product 2, whatever the product 2 name is, and then you're adding that image, you're swapping out the image, and you're switching around the text a little bit, and then you're going on and on and on. You should end up with 10 ad sets, and ideally 1 to 3 images in each ad set, okay? And just pure AliExpress image, guys. You need to watch our product research videos in order to know how we do our product research and what we look for. Now, all of this is going to be taught in our Discord that we just started. We're just trying to grow the community, so get in there while it's free. And then we have not created a paid version just yet. We want to create a good community where you guys can learn this strategy and be able to test as much as you can in a matter with a low budget. So here you're testing 10 different products, okay, with $100. And what are you looking for on day one? You're basically looking for like a low CPC and a high click-through rate, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to hop over to our slides, and then you guys are going to be able to see what kind of metrics to look for and whatnot. So here we are, guys. These are the exact metrics that you're going to be looking for, okay? So you want a low CPC. So what will happen is every ad set is going to start to spend, obviously, right? When you're at about $5, you should really have a clear idea. So again, if you have a CPC that's at $3.40, so let's say you spent $5 and you've only got 1 click, kill it. It's done. It's not happening. Okay. So that saves you tons of money. Okay. If you have a cost per click between 50 cents to $1.25, that's really good for day one. Okay. We're not really looking for sales on day one. If you have a high click-through rate, that's the ones you're going to want to keep. And then if you have any add to carts, that's a great sign, good buying intent. And then if you have a purchase, basically if you have a purchase, 1 to 3 purchases within $10, which is an anomaly, but if you have it, what you want to do is duplicate that exact ad set and move it into an advantage shopping campaign and start it at $100. You want a minimum of 8 creatives in there. So you want to grab the images, play around with Canva, put the price on the image, one with the price, one without the price, whatever works. And then, you want to move into actually testing with a $100 budget, which would be our scaling strategy, which we have a video coming out in the next week with how we scale our ads. Okay. So this is basically the way you're going to go. Now on day one, let's assume that your campaigns looked like, you had 4 out of the 10 hit a good CPC and a good click-through rate. What you're going to do is you're going to kill those 4, the 6 other ones. And then for the next day, you're going to up the budget to $20. So kill the ad sets that are below the metrics above, and double the budget. So the reason why you're doubling the budget, and I know that you hear a lot of times that on Facebook you don't want to play around with the budget, it's going to de-optimize, whatever the case may be. Understand that it takes about 50 sales for your ad set to leave the learning phase. So before you make sales, it doesn't matter what you do with the budget. It's still searching for that customer. So you go ahead and you're doubling the budget because you want to let it spend another $10. You're not going to let it spend the full $20, because if it hits $20 and it has no sales, move on. Okay? So it's really, really simple and really important. So out of those 4, hopefully all 4 make a sale. If one of them does or 2 of them do, then you kill the other 2 that didn't, and you let it ride for another day or 2. And then what you want to do at that point is you can move it into an ASC and start at $100, add your 8 creatives and start scaling, or you can duplicate the ad set, double the budget, and see how it reacts. Okay, so if you have sale, you want to move to ASC, $100 budget, 8 creatives, and scale. We're leaving everything broad. If you don't want to spend $100 necessarily, or ASCs have not worked for you, you can dupe the ad set and double the budget. Okay, and then literally, if you're playing that dupe the ad set and double the budget game, it's every 3 sales and 3+ ROAS. Okay, so it has to be over 3 days. Okay, I do not suggest that you continue to duplicate and double the budgets if your ad sets don't have 3 sales over 3 days. Okay, it's really important because Facebook can be very inconsistent, so you're not managing your campaigns on a day-by-day level. You're managing it over a 3-day window. I hope this video helped. Make sure you guys join the Discord from the description below. You can click the link and join our Discord. We're starting a community, so it's fresh. Come on in, make your mark, and hopefully you get to make some money like I did. Okay, thanks, and we'll see you in the next one.